Our sign language interpreter tonight is Byron Abuli, and of course also tonight on Extra Mile, our conversation with the Principal Secretary of the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy. We are talking to Engineer John Tanui. Let's talk about the promise of the digital economy as espoused in the manifesto of the Kenya Kwanza administration and indeed President William Ruto. My name is John Jacob Curia. Welcome to this broadcast. We begin with the news that you're likely to pay as much as double what you're currently being charged for electricity from as early as April this year if a proposal by Kenya Power to hike tariffs is adopted. Kenya Power is seeking approval to increase electricity tariffs from the current 10 shillings per unit for the first 100 units to 14 shillings per unit for the first 30 units, then 21 shillings and 68 cents per unit for more than 30 units monthly. The Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority is seeking your view on the proposed electricity tariff hike, as Regina Manyara now reports.
The current electricity tariff has been in place since November 2018. According to the Retail Tariff Policy and the Energy Act of 2019, the electricity tariff is supposed to be reviewed once in 3 years to take into account electricity demand, cost of generation, transmission, distribution and revenue for the value chain players. Last month, Kenya Power submitted an electricity tariff review application. And today, the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority has scheduled 6 public hearings about the proposed increase of electricity tariffs effective from April this year. For households, Kenya Power wants to reduce the number of units for the lifeline category from the current 100 units to 30 units. This means those whose monthly electricity consumption is more than 30 units will be treated as large domestic consumers and will pay more. Under the proposed tariff review, households using up to 30 units monthly will pay 14 shillings per unit, a 40% increase from the current 10 shillings per unit. Kenya Power wants to double the price for households using more than 30 units monthly from the current 10 shillings per unit to 21 shillings and 68 cents per unit. Kenya Power also wants to increase the tariff for street lighting from the current 7 shillings and 50 cents to 11 shillings per unit. EPRA is expected to review the tariff after the 6 public participation forums. Kenya Power wants a proposed electricity tariff effected in April this year. Regina Manyara reporting for Prime Edition.